This is PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me, Travis, with PlayerProps.ai, and this is officially Super Bowl week. We all survived the extremely boring week that is the Pro Bowl. Yes, the Pro Bowl is literally in my backyard here in Orlando, Florida, and I do not waste my time with it. It is not something that is interesting for most adults. It is a fun event. I went to it the first time it was brought to Orlando, Florida. I went to it and realized it was kind of a family, bring your younger kids to thing. But yeah, it's ridiculous that there's an NFL event like 15-minute drive away, and I'm not going to it because it's that boring. All right, but again, we survived the Pro Bowl week. We're now here in Super Bowl week. We already have a video drop for you guys on the YouTube channel for player props for the NFL. We go over our favorite rushing yards play, our favorite receiving yards play, and our favorite passing play. I wouldn't say passing yards, but passing play that we like. So make sure you check that out. It's already been on the YouTube channel now for a week, and now we're doing our team bets. We're going over the team stuff, not the player prop stuff in this video. And then our third and final piece of YouTube content for the Super Bowl is by popular demand, because everybody in the Discord was voting for it. We're bringing back the A Dollar and a Dream show. Now, if you've paid attention to anything this NFL football season on the YouTube channel, every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern time, we went live before the 1 p.m. games kicked off, and everybody in the community got into the YouTube chat, and they all dropped their single favorite bet. We then pulled up PlayerProps.ai and see if the AI agreed with it or not. If it did, we added it to like this massive parlay slip where we tried to turn $1 into $100. Now, of course, these massive parlays are definitely far and away from what we recommend from the guidelines, but it's just something fun. If you're okay literally lighting $1 on fire, then it's just a fun community event. But you guys wanted to bring it back for the Super Bowl, so we are. We also put up a vote in the Discord of what time you want the show to be, because the Super Bowl kicks off, I think, at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, and the most popular time was 3 p.m. So anybody that's like traveling to Super Bowl parties, you don't have to worry about that, because we're going to be doing it 3.5 hours earlier than kickoff. So at 3 p.m. Eastern time, put this in your calendar, write it down, tattoo it on your face. At 3 p.m. Eastern time on Super Bowl Sunday, we're going live on this YouTube channel for the final Dollar and a Dream show for this NFL season. Get in the YouTube chat, drop your single favorite picks. We're going to build this nice little fun parlay together as a community, and hopefully turn $1 into $100 or more. We'll see what happens. But it's not something you should ever bet more than $1 on, because parlays of that magnitude are never expected to hit. And we only bet on things that have a good chance of hitting. Not expected hit, but yeah, good chance of hitting. So yeah, that's what we're gonna go to today. So we have player props video already out. This is the team video. We have the live stream 3 p.m. Sunday. Make sure you are there, because wink, wink, wink. That was a delayed wink. Hope you like that. We'll be doing some giveaways as well on the live stream. Not going to go into too much detail about that, but you're going to have to tune in to see what I'm talking about. Here we have our award-nominated Moneyline predictor. So let's go through each. We're going to go through the Moneyline predictor. We're going to go through the spread predictor. We're going to go through the total predictor. We're going to go through the betting trends tool. We're going to go through all of these, and we're going to figure out if there's one that we like the most, or if there's one or more that we have interest in. So here we are. Focusing on the Moneyline predictor, the things we're paying attention to. The fact that the Moneyline predictor has been 86.7% accurate for both teams this season, for any game this team was in. So again, if you're not sure what the accuracy means, or if you see these tools and you're not sure what anything means, there is a literal button here on every single tool. There's 10 tools on the site. This button has a tool here, and it teaches you how to use it. Easy as that. But yeah, you see here, in 15 games this season that we've recorded for Kansas City, we have 86.7% accuracy. Since we added the accuracy tool, 87.5%. So that doesn't mean that Philadelphia has won 87% of the games. That means if our Moneyline predictor said in here, it says that Kansas City is going to win this game. It's got a 64% chance. So if Kansas City loses this game to the Eagles, this number goes down and this number goes down, because that means the AI was not accurate in a game that involved either team. So right now, on DraftKings anyway, let's check FanDuel real quick. Okay, FanDuel's got a slightly better line, money line. So when it comes to money line, again, if you're doing Kansas City money line, you want the lowest number possible. Minus 124 on FanDuel. Minus 125 on Caesars is close. Minus 125. So FanDuel has the best money line out of all the sportsbooks that we've tied into the site. What does minus 124 mean? It means that the sportsbooks give Kansas City a 55.36% implied chance to win. Our AI models that have not been doing too shabby over the course of the season, as you see 86% or higher, our AI models are saying, yeah, Kansas City's minus 124 on FanDuel, but it should be a lot higher of a money line, because they shouldn't be a 55% implied chance. They should be a 64%. So what this means is that Kansas City's money line is cheap, or extremely cheap, which means you should be betting, if you're going to be doing a money line bet, definitely get Kansas City minus 124, because it should be something maybe around like Kansas City minus 200. So it's a lot cheaper. It gives you more money on a payout than it should based on the chance. So 8.64%, when you see this on a team that is currently favored, which clearly that's Kansas City, if you see anything like 8.64%, anything close to 10 like that, that's normally really nice. So I'm not a fan of this money line play. So we have that so far. Let's go to the spread predictor real quick. And if you guys haven't, so the people that pay attention, the people that listen, are the people that win the most. This is something I've been saying all season. The spread predictor, the moneyline predictor, and the total predictor for every single sport always has the top play for free. So if you think about like Thursday Night Football and Monday Night Football when there's just one game, that means these tools were always free for you for the entire season. Because the Super Bowl is only one game, if you go to PlayerProps.ai, pull up the app right now on your phone, you go to these tools, you're not going to see any paywall because there's only one game. We always give you top play for free, and because there's only one, all this stuff is free for the Super Bowl. If you change it right now to NBA, you're going to see the top play for free as well. And if you're on mobile and you're probably saying, how do I find these? Because the menu is different on desktop. You find it up here. On mobile, in the bottom left of the app, bottom left, you're going to see a button that probably says player on it. It's got a down arrow. Tap on that filter, change it from player to team. When you change it to team, you'll see a different set of options for the tools, and that's all the team tool stuff. You'll see the moneyline predictor, spread predictor, total, and betting splits trends tool. So here we are. We're on the spread predictor here. So we already know that the spread predictor is going to favor Kansas City because the moneyline predictor said that Kansas City is being undervalued. Their money line is cheaper than it should be, which typically will also mean that their spread is more likely to hit. So right now, 52.38% implied side essentially means that it's a coin flip. This means this is a minus 110. If you ever see minus 110 on a bet, it means it's a 52.38% implied chance. But you can see minus 110 on each side. So that's why we say this is essentially the coin flip value, the coin flip number. So here we have Kansas City minus 1.5, but the AI is saying, even though it's a minus 110 odd, it's actually should be a little bit more expensive, like a minus 120, because Kansas City has a greater chance of hitting minus 1.5. This kind of also means Kansas City spread should be like minus 2.5, maybe minus 3. So Kansas City minus 1.5 is also in play. Now, this is just a personal choice. This isn't some kind of strategy. For me personally, I do not like football spreads that are less than 3. If I'm going to be doing Kansas City minus 1.5, which has a minus 110, then I might as well just do Kansas City money line. If it's Kansas City minus 2.5, and I still kind of will go the money line there. But if it starts getting higher, then that's when I kind of go towards the spread. But if Kansas City is going to win by 2 points, chances are they it's a very, very, very unlikely that they only win by 1 point and screw you over, which is why I go to the safer route and go the Kansas City money line, if that makes sense. Accuracy wise, for spreads, because spreads are coin flips, this number is a lot closer to 50 than it is on the money line predictor. So both of them are 53.3% or higher out of all the recorded games we have in the system since we added this feature. That simply means that, I mean, that's kind of like an average number. So the accuracy doesn't really stand out as like anything to really pay attention to here. It's not too low and it's not too high. If I'm doing money line or spread, I'm still doing money line here. I'm not playing around with Kansas City potentially winning by 1 point. Going to the total predictor. The total on FanDuel right now, let me see if I can find the total lower before I start talking about it. 49, 49, 49, 48.5. Okay, so 48.5 is the lowest total you're going to see. Right now we have DraftKings pulled up on the site. So let's go over this data. 48.5 is the current total. The implied side is, remember, I said the coin flip number is 52.83. That's what minus 110 means. So if you see an implied side higher than 52.38, that means the sportsbooks are actually favoring that side happening. So they're actually giving a less of a payout on the over because that means they have a higher chance of the over hitting. So the DraftKings odds are actually favoring 48.5 going over. Here is what the AI projection says. It says the total of this game is going to be 51.33. That is a 2.82 difference from the 48.5 line. And this 54 number here, you see it right here. That's what minus 118 means. So it's not a coin flip both sides. Minus 118 means the sportsbooks are slightly favoring the over. Our AI is saying that the projected total is 51.33. When we get the accuracy here, it is below 50%, which is something to pay attention to. So this means in 15 games we have recorded since we added this feature, for any game this season that had Kansas City involved in it, whether the AI said it should go over or under, the AI was correct 40% of the time. So what this typically means is Kansas City games, or games that have Kansas City, have not been as high scoring as they should be or as low scoring as they should be. Because 40% just means that their offense and the points their defense allows, I guess, has been somewhat unpredictable this season. But it is interesting that it is favoring the over. And I typically like for football games for this to be 3 or higher for NFL. It is close to 3, but if you're going to do the total anyway, you're going to want to go over. If you're going to do the spread anyway, you're going to do the Kansas City spread. If you're going to do a money line anyway, you're going to want to do the Kansas City money line. I'm just showing you what the data is saying and which ones are being favored more than others out of those 3 options. Now, let's go to the betting trends. So the betting trends, if you are unfamiliar with this tool, this is a 100% free to use tool. If you have your account created, your free account, which you should have by now, because I've been telling you for 500 episodes now to download the free app, create your free account. There's a lot of stuff free on the app. There's a lot of stuff free in the Discord. Hopefully you've done something this season and follow the free stuff. But this data is directly from the sportsbooks. The sportsbooks give us the data because we have partnerships with them. So they give us the data with this partnership, and it tells us how much out of both sides of a bet, how much tickets, how much bet slips, bet tickets are coming on one side versus the other side, and then how much money is coming in on one side versus the other side. So let's go through that real quick here. So Kansas City, right here, the line right now is minus 130. The line for the Eagles is plus 110. This bet percentage is how many tickets are coming on either side. So out of all the tickets that have been, why is this a tongue twister? All of the tickets that have been placed on either side, on Eagles to win or Kansas City to win, 54% of those tickets are on Eagles. 46% are on Kansas City. This here, money, 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 dollar sign percentage, is not how much bet tickets. It's how much total amount of money, which is almost identical. It's almost identical to the bet tickets. There's not really too much of a difference there. 55% of all the money that's been placed on either money line has been placed on Eagles money line. 45% of all the money that's been placed on either side has been placed on Kansas City. The sharp stuff you don't really need to pay attention to for the Super Bowl, because once this gets like 20-25, then it becomes interesting. But 1 and 2, it's not even worth me explaining it to you on this video because it's so low, it doesn't matter. But if you want to learn more about it, you already know what to do. Click the button up here that says click to learn how to use betting trends. It goes over all that stuff for you. I mean, not too much craziness on the spread. 58% of all tickets has been placed on Kansas City minus 1.5. 42% of all tickets has been placed on Philly plus 1.5. 56% of all the money on either side has been on Kansas City spread, when 44% is on Eagle spread. Then we go to the total here. The total did open at 49.5 on DraftKings. It's now 48.5, so it's only gone down 1 since it opened. This, you see these highlighted green. Anytime you see this is, I believe it's 75 or 80% or higher, you're going to see a green highlight. That means a vast majority is on one side. Out of all of the tickets that have been placed on the total for this game, a whopping 82% has been bet on the over. Only 18% of tickets are going on the under. Same thing for the amount of money. Out of all the money that has been placed in the total, 83% of all of the money that's been bet on the Super Bowl total has been on the over. Then we have 17% on the under. Again, if you want to learn more about sharp percentage, especially when it comes to NBA and other things, just click the button up here. We have this for a bunch of different leagues. So like if you switch this to today's date, you change this. This is not just the leagues we have for other tools. We actually have, like, if you like international basketball, international hockey, we actually have all of the stuff for that on this free to use tool. So definitely play around with it and check it out. So here we have the recap of this team trends. If you're doing a money line, you want to go Kansas City. If you're doing a spread, you want to do Kansas City. If you're doing a total bet, you want to do the over. If you're choosing just one of those, it is interesting to see so many people bet on the over. But what we've been seeing all season with Kansas City, because you remember, going back to the total predictor, what did I just say? Out of the 15 games we have recorded since we added the accuracy feature for Kansas City and Philadelphia, out of the 15 games that had just Kansas City as either the home team or the away team, the AI's only gotten the side correct 40% of the time, which means it's gotten it wrong 60% of the time. Because what have we seen all season long? Kansas City is not the Kansas City of the past. They're not putting up the biggest numbers. They're not putting up big numbers in general. Patrick Mahomes is essentially turning into a game manager and not the crazy 350-yard passing every 5 touchdown every game kind of deal. And so I think betting the over when we've literally been shown what Kansas City is this year. Sure, I mean, Hollywood Brown's back and he adds a little bit, but he's still got a lot of rust on him, so I don't know how he's going to do in the Super Bowl. Well, we already know he's going to do. We already made a video for that. But I think the over might actually be a sucker's bet here. Because when so many people are betting one side, I tend to not want to follow the public when 80% of them are going somewhere. There's a reason sportsbooks are multi-billion-dollar companies. So I'm not saying that I would go under, but I would not touch this. I would actually not touch the total. And I already told you I don't like NFL spreads that are under 3. So if I'm doing one bet out of this entire show I gave you, I'm doing Kansas City minus 124. That is the team bet that I want to do for this whole thing. You can do whatever you want to do. You have all the information here. These numbers will change from now, which is technically today is February 3rd. This is Monday. There's still almost 7 days until the Super Bowl. This stuff is free to use on the site. Again, like I said at the beginning of the show, every single sport, if you go to NBA, NHL, college basketball, any of the things that are currently live for today's games or tomorrow game or whatever, the top play is always going to be free to view, which helps you learn how to use all the tools before you ever have to upgrade, which is what you should be doing. You should be using the app, You should be learning how to use the app. And once you're like, okay, I got it, I understand everything I'm looking at, I watched all the videos, boom, then you upgrade like everybody else. And then you can join the hundreds of thousands of dollars of winning screenshots in the Discord, which you already see. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Super Bowl team stuff. I went through every single bet. I explained to you why we're going with one over the other. If you have any questions whatsoever, please add them in the Discord. But if you want to, you can comment them on the YouTube video here, but I prefer you ask them in the Discord. And yeah, good luck with your Super Bowl bets, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you 3 p.m. Eastern time on this YouTube channel for A Dollar in a Dream, where we try to make a 100x parlay as a community. We'll see you there, guys. Good luck.